The body believed to be that of popular social media influencer Aneka Townsend, popularly known as Aneka, was fished from the sea off the shores of a bathing beach in Reading, St. James this morning.
The idyllic shores of Reading, St. James, Jamaica, are a picture of tranquility, a place where the turquoise waters meet the pristine sands and the gentle waves whisper sweet lullabies to the shore. But on that fateful morning of October 21st, 2022, the serenity of this coastal paradise was shattered by a grim discovery. Beachcombers strolling along the shoreline stumbled upon a sight that would forever haunt their memories. A body lay lifeless in the water, the victim of an apparent tragedy. The tranquility of the morning was shattered, replaced by a sense of shock and disbelief. How does a glamorous social media influencer, adored by over 300,000 followers, suddenly vanish from her world of glitz and ambition, only to be found lifeless in the waters of Jamaica? Just days prior, she had shared a joyous TikTok video, beaming as she held the keys to her new home, captioned, "New Beginning." A moment of pure joy, captured for posterity. Little did she, or anyone, know that this would be one of her final posts. What twisted turn of events could have transformed such a moment of triumph into such a brutal end? A few days later, her body was found partially unclothed, showing signs of violence, with wounds to her head and neck. The contrast between her recent celebration and this horrific scene is jarring. This is the story of Aneka Townsend, a story that begins with hope and ends with a chilling question. Who would do this? Why? Who is the person of interest? And how does a life that appeared so full of promise and success end in such a violent and mysterious way? Make sure to watch till the end as we explore and uncover the truth behind this heinous crime, and the shocking twist that will make you wonder why the human heart can be desperately wicked sometimes. Welcome to Mind Twist True Crime Stories, where all our stories are based on true crimes. Kindly support us by subscribing to this channel, hit the notification bell icon so you won't miss any of our latest stories. Aneka Townsend, 35, was from St. Andrew, Jamaica, and she was more than just a name on social media. Known to her followers as Slickiana, she had built an empire from scratch, an entrepreneur, a brand ambassador, and a force in Jamaica's fashion industry. The businesswoman lived in Waterloo Road in Kingston. She wasn't just posting pictures. She was influencing trends, shaping opinions, and inspiring her 300,000 followers to chase their dreams. Her online clothing store, Slick Pieces JA, was an evidence to her hustle, a business she poured her creativity and ambition into. Aneka balanced her public life with her most important role, being a mother to her young son, a bond she cherished deeply. But it was her vibrant personality that drew people in. Aneka's posts were filled with color, confidence, and the promise of bigger things ahead. Just days before her death, she posted a TikTok video holding the keys to her new home. The caption read, "New Beginning." For her fans, it was another milestone in her success story. But for Aneka, it would tragically be her last. She was just planning her 36th birthday celebration, which was supposed to be 4 days from the day of the incident. How does someone with so much going for them, so much to live for, end up in such a horrifying and tragic situation? On the morning of October 21st, 2022, beachgoers along the shores of Reading, St. James Parish, stumbled upon a sight that would haunt them forever. Floating just beyond the shallow waves was the lifeless body of a woman, partially decomposed, her state suggesting she had been there for some time. She was semi-unclothed, and there were visible wounds to her head and neck, injuries that immediately raised questions about what had happened. Nearby, investigators found a blood-soaked towel and a wig, items that only deepened the sense of unease at the scene. The discovery left a family and community heartbroken, but it didn't take long for the victim to be identified. Authorities confirmed what many had feared. The body was that of Aneka Townsend. What could the blood-soaked towel and wig mean? Were they clues pointing to what happened, or something even more evil?
The body believed to be that of popular social media influencer Aneka Townsend, popularly known as Slickiana, was fished from the sea off the shores of a bathing beach in Reading, St. James this morning. Investigations revealed that the body had what appeared to be gunshot wounds to the back of the head. Reports are that about 9:30 a.m., a resident discovered the body floating face down in the water and summoned the police. Upon arrival, the police were forced to seek assistance from the Marine Police to remove the body from the water. A towel covered in blood and a female wig were also removed from the scene. An investigation has been launched by the Anchovy Police into the latest incident.
The discovery of Aneka Townsend's body on the shores of Reading, St. James, Jamaica, marked the beginning of a complex and perplexing investigation. The police, under immense pressure to unravel the mystery, meticulously combed the crime scene for clues. Among the evidence collected were a blood-soaked towel and a wig, both found near Aneka's body. These items hinted at a violent struggle, suggesting that Aneka's death was not accidental. As the investigation progressed, the task of identifying the victim fell upon Aneka's mother, Joy Smith. With a heavy heart and trembling hands, she confirmed the worst. The body was indeed her beloved daughter, Aneka. The pain of recognition was unbearable. A mother's worst nightmare came true. The news of Aneka's death spread like wildfire, igniting a media frenzy and capturing the attention of the nation. The public, shocked and saddened by the loss of their beloved influencer, demanded answers. The police, under immense pressure, vowed to leave no stone unturned in their quest to bring the perpetrator to justice. The investigation quickly became a high-profile case, with the media and the public eagerly awaiting updates. The police, recognizing the importance of transparency, provided regular briefings, sharing details as they became available. Who is Rushane Chizzy Patterson, and why did his name emerge so quickly in this investigation? Authorities wasted no time identifying Rushane Patterson, also known as Chizzy, as a person of interest. A 33-year-old resident of Hanover, Patterson wasn't just a random figure. He was someone who reportedly knew Aneka Townsend, though the exact nature of their connection remains unclear. Speculation swirled. Was he a business associate, his girlfriend, a personal acquaintance, or something more? A public summons was issued twice, urging Patterson to turn himself in to the Montego Bay Police Station by 5 p.m. on October 23rd. But the deadline came and went. Patterson remained elusive, forcing investigators to escalate their efforts. Over the following days, police conducted multiple raids, combing through properties linked to him. In one operation, they seized a vehicle believed to be connected to Aneka's case. The frustration among authorities was growing. Patterson's disappearance wasn't just a complication, it was a glaring question mark in an already puzzling investigation. Why wasn't he coming forward? What was he hiding? What investigators did confirm was troubling. Patterson had a history that raised eyebrows. Allegations from previous incidents painted a picture of someone already familiar with the justice system. This history, combined with his abrupt disappearance, cast a shadow of suspicion over him. When Patterson failed to respond to the police's summons, tension in the case skyrocketed. His evasion wasn't just a legal concern, it was a glaring omission that begged the question. What was he hiding? Was Patterson linked to Aneka's death, or was he running for an entirely different reason? And if he wasn't guilty, why didn't he come forward to clear his name? On November 2nd, 2022, the manhunt for Rushane Chizzy Patterson finally came to an end. Patterson was located in a guest house in Hanover, his capture marking a pivotal moment in the investigation. Authorities had been relentless, piecing together public tips and intelligence to close in on him. It wasn't just police work. It was the result of a coordinated effort between law enforcement and community members who refused to let this case go unsolved. But this was just the beginning. The truth behind Aneka's death was far from clear. And what happened next would leave everyone asking, was justice truly on the horizon? It was later discovered after a post-mortem examination on November 5th, 2022, that Aneka Townsend died as a result of strangulation. Rushane Patterson has been formally charged with the murder of social media influencer Aneka Slickiana Townsend. The Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, confirmed the development on its official social media platforms. According to the allegations, on Thursday, October 20th, Townsend traveled from Kingston to Montego Bay, where Patterson reportedly picked her up around 7:30 p.m. The two are said to have visited a restaurant in Hanover and later a guest house in St. James that evening. At some point during the night, an argument reportedly broke out between them. The situation escalated, leading to Patterson allegedly strangling Townsend and disposing of her body, according to the police statement. The legal process began, with Patterson facing the full weight of the Jamaican justice system. The arrest brought a sense of relief to a nation that had been holding its breath, but it also marked the beginning of a new chapter in this tragic story. The public, the media, and most importantly, Aneka's family, now awaited the trial, the search for truth, and the hope for justice. During the investigation into Aneka Townsend's death, disturbing details about Rushane Patterson emerged. Patterson faced separate charges from a 2018 incident involving the abduction and assault of a former girlfriend in Duhaney Park, St. Andrew. He allegedly forced the woman into his car, accused her of collaborating with the police, and brutally attacked her along a deserted road. Patterson reportedly demanded money, but the victim refused and convinced him not to harm her further. After her release, she reported the assault to authorities. This revelation cast a new light on Patterson, raising questions about his character and potential for violence. It also added another layer of complexity to the ongoing investigation into Aneka Townsend's death.
The St. James Police have charged 33 years old Rushane Patterson, otherwise called Chizzy, who is of a Harvey River, Hanover address, with the murder of 35-year-old social media influencer Aneka Townsend, otherwise called Kean or Slickiana. Miss Townsend's body was retrieved by the Marine Police in the waters in the Reading area of the parish of St. James on the morning of Friday, October 21st, 2022. A post-mortem examination that was conducted on her body on November 5th concluded that her death was caused by strangulation. The post-mortem estimates that Miss Townsend was killed at some time between the hours of 11 p.m. Thursday, October 20th and 9 a.m. October 21st. During the course of this investigation, a wealth of forensic, cyber forensic, and other...
As of the time of making this video in December 2024, no sentencing has been issued yet. Makes us wonder why the case is still lingering. We do hope the Jamaican justice system isn't trying to play a fast one. Patterson has made several court appearances since 2022. During Patterson's previous court appearance on September 23, 2024, it was disclosed that the post-mortem report and a DNA report were still outstanding in the prosecution's case file, which means that the prosecution's case file is incomplete. I think this is part of the reason why the case is being delayed. However, High Court Justice Bertram Morrison granted an extension of bail for Rushane Patterson during a session at the St. James Circuit Court, 24th October 2024. In the proceedings, the prosecution revealed that a post-mortem report has now been added to the case file. However, it was noted that the DNA analysis is still pending, leaving the file incomplete. Justice Morrison also approved a request from Patterson's attorney, Dion Mailer, to set a mention date for January 31st, 2025. This extension aims to allow sufficient time for the finalization of the case file and full disclosure of the prosecution's documents. I said extension of bail because, on July 16th, Rushane Patterson, who had remained in custody during previous court proceedings, was granted bail on humanitarian grounds. His attorney, Dion Mailer, highlighted Patterson's medical condition, hemophilia, a blood disorder that impairs the clotting process and prolongs wound healing, arguing that he required specialized medical care not available while in police custody. Even with an arrest and the case proceeding through the courts, certain questions remain unanswered in the case of Aneka Townsend. These lingering questions are what keep the mystery alive and underscore the need for a complete and thorough investigation. What really transpired in the time between Aneka's joyful social media post about her new home and the discovery of her body? What was the exact nature of the relationship between Aneka and Rushane Patterson? While the legal process unfolds, These questions continue to haunt those who knew Aneka and those following the case closely. What was the motive? Was this a planned act or a crime of passion? What was the exact sequence of events that led to Aneka's death? These are the questions that investigators continue to work to answer, seeking to bring clarity to a tragic situation. You can as well share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Her followers, stunned by the sudden loss, shared heartfelt tributes. Gone too soon, one post read. Aneka was more than just a social media star. She was an inspiration to so many of us. Friends and fans alike flooded her Instagram page with condolences and memories, while hashtags like Justice for Slickiana trended for days. Notable figures also voiced their sorrow. Unique curvy diva Barrett, a close friend, posted, "This one hit deep. You didn't deserve this, Slickiana. Rest in power." But the mourning went beyond Aneka herself. Her death sparked a much-needed conversation about violence against women in Jamaica. Advocates and everyday citizens alike began speaking out, calling for change. Many asked the same urgent question: how can women in this country feel safe when tragedies like this are all too common? Her family and friends continued to honor her memory. A candle-lighting vigil was held in her honor before she was laid to rest on December 1st, 2022. She had so much love to give, one close friend shared. Aneka always lifted people up, and that's what we'll remember. Her mother, heartbroken yet resolute, said, "We just want justice for Aneka. She didn't deserve this." Aneka Townsend's story is a reminder of both the beauty and the fragility of life. But as the world waits for resolution, one thing is certain: her influence and memory will not fade. Yet, even in her absence, there's a haunting truth. Some stories leave scars that no amount of justice can erase. We encourage you to share your respectful thoughts and condolences in the comments below. Let's create a space for thoughtful discussion and remembrance. What do you think truly happened that night? Do you believe justice will be served? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. We want to hear from you. If this story moved you, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more true crime stories that matter. And don't forget to share this video to keep Aneka's story alive. Together, we can ensure that her voice echoes far beyond her untimely end. Our thoughts remain with Aneka's family and loved ones during this incredibly difficult time. We hope that this video has shed light on her story and contributed to a greater understanding of the impact of such tragedies. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video to the end and learn about the tragic story of Aneka Townsend. These stories are difficult to tell, but it's important to remember the human cost of violence and to seek justice for those who have been affected. Until our next story, stay safe.